So anyways, I just wanted to do a quick video there, considering this is going to be, by the time I upload this video, this is actually going to be my 100th video on the YouTube channel there, so actually I am quite excited about this. It's been just a little bit over 3 months there. Oop, I got myself like it's basically started back in May there, because I have been doing Twitch streams for quite a while there, and I've always been thinking about trying to transition over to YouTube for a while, and basically I just couldn't think of anything that would stick there. I didn't really necessarily want to do a Let's Play just for the sake of it there. I kind of just wanted to make something a little bit original, and that was kind of what I wanted to do. That was the original intent there, although considering like I'm not really experienced with this kind of video and just putting myself out there, despite the fact I've been doing like several months of like streaming on Twitch there with Elite Dangerous, a bit of a couple other PvP games there off the side after I died from doing that. But yeah, I basically one day was just thinking of a reason just to do videos in general, and I was just thinking there, hey, I had Galactic Civilization 3, I had Star Drive 2, I have Civilization 5 there, I haven't touched it forever there. I basically was thinking I just wanted a reason to pretty much just play a 4X game for a bit, considering the time investment involved with them. So, I basically spent a weekend or two just playing Star Drive 2 to get familiar with the basics of everything there as the Human Federation. That's kind of like also what I did for the very beginning of this. The first 2 weeks of my video, oh boy, that end very well. And just got the good ropes of it there, played all the way up to defeating the Master Race with this first campaign there, and then basically never touched it again for like 2 weeks after. And like I said, I just wanted an excuse to play more 4X games with and justify the time investments that was required to play them properly, especially a larger scale game, because the first game I did at Star Drive 2 was generally a small map with like 4 or 5 different races, so it was a lot faster pace, a lot quicker, and especially how this campaign is going. So I basically wanted something that felt more evolving there, that felt more true to what 4X was supposed to be. So I started up the YouTube video as the Human Federation there, ended up getting a really crappy position where the Cordricine Collective basically got me wedged into a corner there with only 4 or 5 systems, and I thoroughly got trounced by the Volvar, or trounced even, yeah, by the Volvar, just because I tried to take one of the planets near the systems there. Go figure, they would be a little bit pissy about that, huh? They did not take that lightly, and I just got obliterated after warding off them and surprisingly the Operas, which were way on the other side of the galaxy. Jesus. That was no fair. Having them double team on me for no reason at all there, that really sucked. And then everything just carried on from there. I'm now basically, I actually lost track to the number of episodes I'm at, but I think I'm like 86 episodes now on my Let's Play. So it's actually been going really well there. Dedicated pretty much to doing like a roughly around 20-minute video pretty much every single day. Though haven't really missed a beat, with the exception for when I went to Ottawa there, which is, or like basically went on vacation for a week or so there. So I tried uploading a couple of videos. It was sporadic due to the internet, but other than that, pretty much the Let's Play itself was spot on there. I did it every single day there. The recording was a little finicky sometimes there, because it wasn't consistently on the weekends I normally do it there, trying to get 2-hour recordings in a single take, and then segment it into several bits there, and to carry on throughout the week. So it's been a little bit finicky, mainly around the vacation time there, but otherwise that's been going out well. And then short after getting into the rhythm of that, I just got bored, and with Subspace Continuum being announced on Steam there, I really want to do a video for that there. It was pretty raw, of course. The format was pretty bad, and of course, I am seriously not happy with that video. The audio was supposedly a lot lower than it at least seemed on my end, because for some reason my headset is a lot more sensitive than when I'm listening to my own like YouTube videos on my iPhone or something else. Well, Android rather. So I was definitely not happy with that because I all got complaints there that it was too quiet, you couldn't hear what the hell is going on, and the fact that I have a mechanical keyboard that I'm using as well here currently certainly doesn't help, because that was noisy as hell, seeing as the Let's Play was pretty much all mouse based. So you didn't really notice it too much there, and it made good background noise just for hitting one rare key like every now and then, as opposed to constantly hitting it like an arcade overtop shooter like Subspace was. So I did that video, and that basically is what started off fond memories there. I really want to look back at some games there. I still need to get that formatting down quite a bit though to kind of really understand what I want to do with that video, but with Deadlock 2 coming out there back in Sunday there, I actually am ultimately pretty happy with that there. So it's going to take a little more refining there to get everything all figured out, but as we enter the fall season there, where we got a nice branch of releases coming out there that I'm very excited about. We got Fallout 4, we got XCOM 2, both the original games I played and have fond memories for. I would love to do fond memories for those videos there pretty soon over the fall period. So fond memories isn't slowing down, that's for sure. Although I have been contemplating whether I want to do that weekly or not, and to be honest, I am kind of happy with doing it bi-weekly as it's been going so far there. Basically doing it every 2 weeks because I kind of need a weekend to really play through the game there that I have in mind for like a couple hours to really remember how everything functioned, to get all the nuances down, and then of course spend a little bit of time trying to figure out essentially the history of these games a little bit, to kind of be more in depth with the story of these games especially, so it kind of gets a more professional feel for it. And of course the videos are just better in general because I know what the hell I'm talking about, besides the fact that I played these games, of course. So that's always a plus there, and Deadlock 2 is definitely the best that I've done so far of the 4 different videos I did. Heck, I think there may have even been a 5th. Let's see, Subspace is what I did Heroes of Might and Magic, I did Masters of Orion, and I did Deadlock. Yeah, I did 4 there so far. I already got my next 2 like already figured out there, and I'm expecting the next 2 weeks down the road there. I'm planning on doing Total Annihilation for my next fond memory, so I am actually excited to play that. It's going to be branching off a little bit from 4X style games, which is pretty much almost every fond memory I did so far to this point, kind of because it's kind of so close to what Star Drive has been. So playing RTS is a good way to branch off on that, and thank God, I gotta say, Total Annihilation actually works with 1920 by 1080 resolution. It is fabulous to not have to play with that pixelated, like stretched down 4:3 version like you've seen with the other videos so far. So that is quite a nice change. Gonna be a little difficult to kind of manage everything, but just the playing that game there feels so much better already with the higher resolution. That it is delicious. I love it. So look forward to that video 2 weeks down the time. Like, I don't know the actual date I'm aiming for, but of course around the weekend, like a week from now essentially. And that's going to be fun. And I already got a couple ideas what I'm going to do afterwards. So yes, things are going along well so far, but again, I'm getting that period like I did with before I started Fond Memories, is I'm getting a little bit restless and need to do a little bit more. So that's where the idea of trying to do Fond Memories weekly came in, but I really want to try and do one more video series there that kind of goes like 1 week will be Fond Memories, the next will be this video there, essentially just switch them out back and forth, but keep it constant pace, or consistent pace rather, having something going on every weekend there that's a little more educated, a little more in depth, and just not me just talking to myself for a couple hours, which, well, considering the views and that there, it's been pretty consistent for the time being. It hasn't really gone up, it seems like. So pretty consistent pace there, because to be honest, the more I'm doing the Star Drive there, the more I kind of shooting myself in the foot a little bit because of how bad the first few videos were, and that really is unfortunate, because I'm having a good time with it, and considering I'm getting consistent I'm getting the same consistent views there, and I like to think some other people are enjoying the content consistently too, so that is a bit of a bummer because the original video has like about 50 views there, and of course it's so poor on audio quality, it hasn't really retained any subscribers or viewers from that. So hopefully that will pick up there as we get near the end of this campaign. I move on to the next video game because I don't think I'm planning on staying with Star Drive too much there. I would love to come back to it as it gets more refinement, as it gets more optimization, because out of all the 4X games, Masters of Orion 2 was by far my favorite there. I have the best memories of it there. I really wanted to finish up that campaign after I did the Fun Memories videos for it there. I was just having a blast with that game, going back and playing it. It is just unfortunate Star Drive has those optimization issues and all that. Heck, yeah, I almost am tempted to go back to Star Drive 1, which is just a real-time strategy type of game that almost plays the exact same, it's just not turn-based. It's just a shame that since that's been abandoned, I imagine that's not going to be much better as far as experience for that game, so probably won't do that, but I am contemplating doing Galactic Civilization 3 next. Probably going to make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't drag on as long as this one has with all the colony management, because that seems to be eating up a lot of the time so far for these videos. But I would love to get into that, and as like a prep towards the actual campaign itself, I think since you have the option to, I want to try and create my own faction and my own ships out of that, because you are actually able to do that in Galactic Civilization. So considering how much I've been spending just building the ships in general with my Hercules Beetle, my cruisers, my frigates, and even with the Titans there that I just did for this like last week's bit of content there, I'm going to have a blast doing that. It's going to be pretty straightforward at first there, but as we get into the bigger ships and customization of those, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. And we get to make it unique in a sense, in the fact that these will be its own type of race essentially. It's going to have the kind of art style of one of the other races there. It's just going to have a completely different appearance though. So that's going to be something I look forward to. I don't know about everyone else for that matter, but I don't want to stick with Star Drive forever there. Heck, I don't really want to do Let's Plays in general there, but it is a good way to put filler in for the content, and I am enjoying that aspect at least. It keeps me busy, it keeps the channel with content consistently there, but as I slowly start to build up more to the channel there, I want to try and at least essentially contribute, because I don't feel like I'm contributing as much doing the Let's Plays, because there's so many other people doing it, and they're probably better at commentary and entertainment than I am. But of course, that's me being modest, considering I am not experienced in this type of thing. I am more introverted than anything, so that is kind of obvious there, at least to my perspective. So, but I have been enjoying the shipbuilding, and from what I understand, that is a little bit more unique, I guess, going more in depth with that kind of stuff. So expect more of that with Galactic Civilizations 3 when we get to that point. It is still going to be a little bit of time, considering I still need to get past the Coruscant Collective, and assuming that no other factions are war me at the time, I may end the campaign there, considering that there is no real way to end that campaign aside for just demolishing everyone. So there's kind of little point to drag it on after that, I think, considering it'd be pretty obvious I win by then once the Coruscant Collective are out of the way. So that has been my little vlog rant here, just to basically commemorate 100 videos. I am not slowing down, I am not stopping. I am just constantly trying to figure out how to add more to the channel there and add more content to kind of try and contribute to this age that we're at, where basically anyone with a webcam and a mic can essentially just speak their mind out there and just deliver content that they feel is like worthwhile to people who are watching essentially, and I want to try and keep this rhythm going. So thank you to everyone who's been tuning in. Thank you to Lee X there. I know you were commenting quite a bit early on my channels, and you had so many issues. It seems like basically replying to my videos and having issues with that due to figuring out how the publishing works on my end essentially. So if you were still watching, I apologize for the issues that you had going through this Let's Play there early on. And of course, thank you to Mel Neepes, or I apologize if I mispronounced the name, Mel Neepes, I think. So thank you for the constant comments there. It's nice to feel like someone's actually watching there, than as opposed to like going on to the YouTube channel there and seeing no comments. So it definitely feels rewarding a little bit to actually feel like someone's watching. So thank you to both of you for your time on the channel there. I hope if both of you are still watching there that you are in, well, I think I already said that you're enjoying the channel, so thank you for that. So hopefully you are enjoying the path that this channel continues to take as I evolve it even further in the months to come. So thank you for everyone for tuning in.